(3.1) Displacement, velocity, and acceleration. Distance. Distance is a scalar quantity. It can be defined as the total length of travel from the initial position to the final position. Displacement. Displacement is a vector quantity. It is defined as the shortest distance of final position from the initial position of a moving object. Speed. Speed of an object states how fast the object is moving. Speed is defined as the rate of change in position of the object when it is in motion. It is a scalar quantity. Speed change of distance over time interval. SI unit is meter per second. Velocity. The velocity of an object states how fast and in what direction the object is moving. Velocity change of displacement over time interval. It is a vector quantity. Its direction is in the same direction of the change in displacement. SI unit is meter per second. Instantaneous velocity is defined as the instantaneous rate of change of displacement. If the time interval considered becomes smaller, and approaches zero, the velocity calculation is an instantaneous velocity. This is a measure of how fast and in what direction an object is moving at a particular instant of time. Displacement against time graph. Now, look at the gradient of graph. The gradient of the graph is represent the velocity. If the gradient of graph is constant means uniform velocity. Next graph, the gradient of graph is increases with time means the velocity increases with time. Now, has 3 point in this graph. At point Q, the gradient is 0 means the velocity is 0. At this graph, the gradient of the tangential line at any time drawn on the curve. At point R, the gradient at point R is negative means the direction of velocity is changing. Acceleration. Acceleration is defined as the rate of change of the velocity of the object. It is a vector quantity. Acceleration change of velocity over time interval. Its direction is in the same direction of motion. The acceleration of an object is uniform when the magnitude of velocity changes at a constant rate and along fixed direction. Velocity versus time graph. From the definition of average acceleration, acceleration may also be described as the gradient of the curve of velocity versus time. The horizontal line, zero gradient, correspond to an object moving with constant velocity, therefore zero acceleration. Next graph show that the gradient is the same everywhere along the line, indicating the velocity is increasing at a constant rate, therefore the acceleration is positive and constant. Then next graph show the gradient of the line changes not at a constant rate. At any particular time, the gradient gives the instantaneous acceleration of the object. Area under the velocity versus time graph equal displacement. Thank you and happy learning.